again. And before delving into the communication or the presentation of the communication, I've got a question to ask. What truly reflects a dynamic, an action research, and a constant education and knowledge provider teacher? Is it experience or a continuous development training program? What, according to you? Is it experience, is it one, or is it two? I'm waiting for your answers. Second? Second? First? Second. Okay, you are all right. Why? Because experience and the knowledge to achieve and to provide is not based on the number of years of experience. We may have teachers of 50 years in teaching, but nothing in mind, no knowledge. They are simply repeating what they used to teach each year, 1 year after the other. But a continuous professional development is refreshing, updating, and giving new knowledge and learning also. So, our reflections are actually directed towards major developments in the educational and social purposes of higher education, especially as they relate to preparing students to citizenship or character and social responsibility in a global society. We therefore may argue that higher institutions have generally ignored outcomes related to moral and ethical development embedded in tolerance, honesty, self-understanding, and social responsibility, as well as other dimensions of personal development required for effective leadership and citizenship. Higher education must be viewed as a public good rather than a private benefit, and embrace broader educational mission that include intellectual, emotional, and social complexity outcomes. In this sense, civic education, which is an engagement that refers to individual and collective actions meant to identify and address social needs and difficulties, must, according to the famous proverb, charity must start indoors. So, civic education is a bedrock, or the bedrock for any development, mainly the professional one. Civic education engagement, hindrances, and challenges. Our educational system is indeed very young and at experimental phases compared to other countries. This situation has for long been demonstrated through the many reforms it has undergone. Accordingly, we are still facing many hindrances and challenges bringing civic engagement education to all students and professionals. The difficulties can be summarized as follows: lack of resources, absence of teacher training and curricula development, faculty involvement in civic engagement education, lack of instituting better practices in civic engagement education through continuous assessment, failure to determine the important role of higher education institutions, absence of resources to develop innovative and comprehensive interdisciplinary programs and courses, and the example here, teaching lessons in citizenship for students or to students and cultivate a more inclusive public sphere. Yes, education means a lot. It means cultivate both the students and the professionals' critical thinking, sound judgments, and well-reasoned interactions with the education community and the society. To integrate deliberative pedagogy in a form or in forms of civic education curriculum, promote civil responsibility and or responsibilities and behavior, well-informed citizens and mindset habits. However, chances to engage in deliberative decision-making in both institutions and society are, if not too exaggerated, totally absent. The main battle to professional development, teachers as professionals, are the major key to integrate the appropriate syllabus in order to establish the habits so far expected through civic education in class. In this direction, not only students but teachers as well will benefit from exposure to learning and professional development, opportunities that update, refresh, and increase their knowledge and teaching, learning skills in the target discipline. We therefore portray here the main purposes and missions with an eye to reach a high-quality professional development. Reinforce the teachers as professionals, civic knowledge and skills, enable them to be fully engaged in understanding the true sense of citizenship, designing a program meant to develop teaching as a profession and the individual teachers as professionals, which is a principle based on responding to key questions which are demonstrated as follows. Purpose, answer the question with why. Form answers the question with how. The focus answers the question with what. The PD or Professional Development Program will reflect and resort the rich repertoire involving history, geography, laws, economics, culture, and politics as a content-based program, strengthen the development of skills necessary to promote and enhance civic competence, and this is a proposed program. As conferences, we will focus on themes on moral and civic education, for example, how to promote sex or gender education effectively, how to promote education effectively for personal and social development, how to promote education effectively for, I'm repeating the same, seminars embedded in students' positive values and attitudes, develop a healthy lifestyle, health promotion in schools, learning and teaching of media and gender equality, education, promoting waste reduction and energy saving for education and for sustainable development, promotion of students' mental health and well-being values and attitudes through using ICT. As far as the workshops are concerned, we suggest learning and teaching of sex education, preventing sexual transmitted diseases and AIDS, promotion of education for sustainable development. For example, we will take the story of the Mediterranean seashores and green actions. This will be a workshop and a practical work, healthy and interpersonal relationship, and As a conclusion, of course, we say that when it comes to forming and informing future citizens, developed professionals in higher education of a pluralistic society, in order to be both responsible and responsive to society at large, a critic of societal ills, of what is good and worthy within current economic, politic, social, and religious contexts. There must be a real, determined reinvestment in long-standing commitments, collaborate with society in preparing individuals to become effective workers and citizens. Thank you.